Welcome to NewsBreak, the show covering everything happening around Charles County Public Schools. I'm Yachi Madaan.
And I'm Brynna Bode. We profile a teacher that combines her love of a sport with getting students engaged in STEM, plus a device that KOs COVID-19.
Which leads us to our top story with students getting ready to head back to school.
Our recommendation to you is to move directly from Phase 2 on March 22nd to Phase 4 on April 19th.
All those in favor, raise your hand.
So with that, here are the groups of students returning to school and when they head back. Beginning on April 19th, all students pre-kindergarten through 12th grade who opted in a survey to return to school will head back. Students identified in Phase 3 of the reopening plan have been combined into this group. Students A through K will go to school Monday and Tuesday, with students L through Z attending Thursday and Friday. Wednesdays will remain asynchronous for these students as well as students identified in Phase 2. Phase 2 students return to school on March 22nd. These are specialized population groups like special education students, students living in foster care, and students with limited internet connectivity, along with students in specific CTE programs. Phase 2 students will attend school every day of the week except Wednesdays through the remainder of the school year.
Over 7,900 students will return to school as a result. Virtual learning will continue for students who selected that option. Any parent or guardian who wants to change their mind about their child going back or remaining virtual should contact their home school. Visit ccpoe.com/PR for return to school information for students and parents. Go to the press release marked Board Approves April 19th Phase 4 Start for information on COVID-19 protocols, meals, what to bring to school, and transportation. See this device? It is something that should make a lot of parents and students comfortable about returning to back to school. It's called, as you probably guessed, a fogger, which kills nasty little germs, bacteria, and viruses like you know what. Every Charles County Public School building has one fogger, with each high school having two. Building service workers mix 1 gallon of water with 1 gallon of a product called Virex, a disinfectant used in hospitals, nursing homes, and other facilities to kill germs. Plug in a cord to the wall, strap on the backpack, turn the spray nozzle on, and spray away. Every Charles County Public School building gets fogged every Wednesday, where there are little to no people in the building. The process takes 1 to 2 hours depending on the size of the school building. Having a fogger at every school building is a big relief to building service workers.
It'll make our job a lot easier and save us a lot of time, and it's able to cover more bases than we could do with a rag and a spray bottle.
You can fog and you can keep going, you can get the whole building, and I think you can get all little spots that you can't get when you're wiping.
I'm happy to have that product because, like I said, it makes you feel safer, and it makes it safer when the teachers and students come back.
The Department of Supporting Services makes sure every school has plenty of Virex in stock. They also service and fix the electrical parts of the fogger in case something breaks down.
When the board voted on Phase 2 and Phase 4 in February, many of the 7,900 students opting to return started counting the days when they head back. That actually ended for many high school students when the month of March began. The spring sports season unofficially kicked off on March 2nd in soggy conditions, as many teams held conditioning sessions for their upcoming seasons. Tryouts for baseball, softball, lacrosse, track, and tennis begin on March 15th. Games start in April, but are limited to in-county play only. No more than 250 spectators can attend a game or practice and must strictly follow social distancing guidelines and stay 6 feet apart. While it may not be a total return to normal, players, coaches, and ADs are happy for the chance to compete.
It is so valuable. It helps with your mental health so much. I mean, getting out and just doing anything outside is such a stress relief. I know for me, I'm in a bunch of AP classes, so super hard balancing between the two, but coming out and playing is so much fun.
It's definitely different to be able to come back here, just being able to see some friends that I'm seeing on the computer and be able to meet some new teammates, and so I'm definitely grateful.
All teams must follow strict guidelines established by the MPSSAA. You can read up by going to the link on the screen. All students must have an up-to-date physical and submit their paperwork before being cleared to play any sport. Sports are a great way for students to learn valuable life lessons you can't replicate in the classroom, but they can also be used to teach concepts and how they apply to the real world.
Miss Stephanie Vincent, a computer science teacher at Benjamin Stoddert Middle School, an avid fan of a certain NHL team that plays in Washington, D.C. She is helping her students learn STEM concepts that are applicable to professional hockey. Ms. Vincent uses the Future Goals Hockey Scholar Program, sponsored and supported by the National Hockey League, or NHL. The program teaches students concepts related to hockey, like how skates are engineered or how the molecular makeup of the ice at a hockey rink. Because of her association with the program, Ms. Vincent netted the nomination from the Washington Capitals for the Future Goals Most Valuable Teacher Award. Each city that has an NHL team nominated a teacher who uses Future Goals in their lesson. We asked Ms. Vincent about the acclaim and also about how hockey helps her students achieve.
It is an honor to do this, but I think it's about the children. Anytime I can use real world or sports is great. They're like, Ms. Vincent, I play this sport, I play that sport. And so I'm bridging the gap between what they do and what our professionals do and how we can learn and what that means for the real world.
The winner of the Future Goals Teacher of the Year was selected based on fan voting, which ended at the end of February. We hope a very deserving Miss Vincent wins.
It's time for News to Know, a segment that gives you the dates, times, places, and events that you need to know. That's why we call it News to Know. Spring break is a month away. Schools will be closed for students and school staff from April 2nd to April 9th. All offices will be closed on April 2nd and April 5th. Charles County Public Schools has free mental health resources for students and parents. Go to the link on your screen to access them. There are resources for families and educators, plus a listing of services Charles County Public Schools offers. Be kind to yourself and check this webpage out for support and know you are not alone. That will wrap it up for this episode of NewsBreak. I'm Yachi Madaan. Remember to visit ccboe.com for the latest developments regarding CCPS moving into Phase 2.
I'm Brynna Bode. Stay safe and be kind to yourself as well as others. We are going to get through this together. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!
Bye!